Welcome back, boys and some girls. The year is ending. I'm recording this video on the 21st of December 2025, and I kind of want to go over what games I played this year, and maybe we can even do like a deep dive into specific games that came out this year and what I think about them. So first of all, the most useful tool I have, because I only use Steam, is to use the Steam Replay of 2025. This is going to show me all the kind of games, a lot of statistics about what I played, how I played, and whatnot. So I did play less games this year because I had to get a job, which is something a lot of people don't really want to do, including me, but I had to do it because that's life. Now I had a bigger streak now because I became more systematic. Like, you go to work, you do things, everything became more of a ritual. So this actually became, interestingly, 40 more days than last year. Achievement seems to be fewer because I played fewer games, obviously. Now, not all of them, as I said, they're going to come out in 2025. You can see Rivals is 48% of my time played. Interesting, huh? Promise Agency, interesting. I know why 10%. Oh, I remember. This game has a thing where you need to get money in order to end the game. So I tried to finish the game by just like AFKing and leaving the game on making like automatic amounts of money, like small ones, because you can't get a lot at the start. And I tried to make like the huge amount of money just from AFKing. I kind of gave up midway through because I did some math and it was turned out to be like maybe like I need to open my computer like straight on for like 200 days or something. So I kind of gave up. Oblivion was fine. I wasn't really sure like what was all the hype. I'm pretty sure it turns out, I don't remember if I did the review for this game or not, but I didn't really understand the entire hype around this game. It's fine, but I mean, I played Skyrim before and I still prefer Skyrim even after I play Oblivion. I don't understand why people like this one more. So this is just differently. Oh, that's interesting. 45% of my games are gonna be were new releases, 52 recent favorites. What does that mean? Oh, so games that came out that are favored by anyone spent using in the last 1 to 7 years. Okay, interesting. What kind of games I play? Mostly city builders, space things, vehicular combat. I don't go too much for stealth, walking simulator, or stylized stuff. I'm like more analytical stuff, numbers, things like that. And I guess that's why I also love to watch this thing, the Steam Replay, because, well, it is what it is. Marvel Rivals, I'm playing it constantly. This thing, yeah, I left my computer open for like around these 2 months for a while to try to get this thing, but eventually I kind of gave up. Oblivion, it is what it is. Where Winds Meet is a very interesting game that if you're watching this, you can already go back and watch the review, because this will come out after the review. I don't have a lot to say about this game because I do have this entire video coming up about what I think Where Winds Meet is going to be, is like the doorstep, the prototype to what's going to come out in gaming next. So we'll see. Foundation. Now, this is a game that did not come out this year. It actually came out, I think, the previous year or even one before that. But it did come out at 1.0 in this year. And I did like a whole review for 1.0 because I don't really review like early access games. I do first impressions because you can't review a game that isn't fully out, right? So I always wait for 1.0. It probably came out in February, I assume. And yeah, that's it. Playtime by month. Oh, so it shows you the kind of games you play. You can see Rivals is like dominating every single chart because I just love this game so much. What is this? Oh, it's just like a bunch of them. Interesting. It doesn't show really what it's one. I assume the green one is like space games, and this thing is gonna be like city builders, or I think. And this is gonna be automation, probably. No. Yeah, I think. Who knows? Oh, never mind. It just shows you that this is Astronomics, Foundation, Rivals, and this is 29% in other games, like a bunch of demos and crap. Because I try a lot of game demos. Lost Skies. I remember this game. It's kind of a scam game, by the way. It's the second game. I wanted to believe they wouldn't lie or something, but they lied anyway. Yeah. Demos. I'm trying a ton of demos. It's like Nothing too interesting to go over them. There's a couple of games here that I'm keeping my eye on. Whiskerwood just came out in early access like like maybe a month ago, something like that. Alchemy Factory. I don't remember when this game comes out, but I enjoyed the demo a ton. I had to stop myself. These devs are crazy. They gave you almost the entire game for free in the demo with no time limit. They're insane. I also remember this Blossom thing. The ending kind of confused me for the demo, but it was also an interesting game if you're interested in like automation games and stuff like that, electricity, like small scale stuff, not like huge things. This might be something to keep an eye on. And what is this thing? Your longest daily streak, 155 games. During this playtime, played 38 different games. Yeah, I remember doing the Styx run where I played both Styx game one after the other one. Within the Cosmos, this one wanted to be is the... What was the other one that just came out? Outer Worlds. This Within the Cosmos things seems like somebody played the Outer Worlds one and they tried to do like their own thing, but it was so buggy and just was kind of a trash thing. So mention Foundation, RoboQuest, we just finished that update this year and it's not gonna get any more updates. Subverse, it's my first adult game that actually was quite interesting. The story was pretty good in this one. I had some criticism, obviously. It has a very clear politics about this thing. Come on, it's an adult game. There's going to be like a very specific view to those things. But I was very impressed. And after this game, until this day, I constantly check the adult section, maybe like once a month, to see if there's anything besides those like casual, oh, my neighbor is hot, crap, stuff like that. Like things that are actually interesting games. Because if there's going to be a Subverse too, I'm going to play it. Like the gameplay was... It was fine, wasn't too interesting, but the story was like very interesting to me. I really enjoy like the politics and the references to real life and everything. Really enjoy that. Overthrown is a game that I do come back to every time there's an update, and I really love the devs. They're very nice. I like talk on Discord to give like feedback and everything, and they're very responsive. They're very kind. Everybody is pretty nice in their Discord, in the community. It's a cutesy game, so it is what you kind of expect. Mother Machine, I remember I was very disappointed in this game. It looked very cool and very interesting, but at the end of this, it was kind of a meh thing. Steel Hunter, I'm not gonna bother. I think I played like 2 games in this and then I gave up. Now, Deliver at All Costs. This was a game that I enjoyed playing a ton. I had some gripes with the game. There were some things that were annoying about the game, no doubt about that. But I remember this story... There were some serious crimes this story did. And I actually did like a whole section about pretending to like be a lawyer and stuff. Interesting. Oh yeah, Astronomics, automation game. Badlands Crew was quite fun actually. Lord Goblin is another adult game that I looked at after I saw Subverse. It has a pretty nice like city builder stuff. It has a lot of like adult things in it obviously. But it was actually pretty interesting to be honest. These are all demos that I checked out. Jumpship was disappointing as a heck. It came out this year, like the early access. Very disappointing, to be honest with you. Monster Train, I tried to get into. I couldn't. I really tried, but I wasn't too interested in that. I tried this game for AI stuff to see if there's going to be like anything interesting in the AI thing. The Nightling was very nice. Solasta 2, I can't wait to get into that. And then there's a bunch of things that I just kind of checked out, and some of them I still wait for. Windblown was pretty interesting actually. I enjoyed the game quite a bit, but I didn't come to check the later updates because it felt like way too samey. Like once I finished the first thing and you finished everything, like the endless mode and things like that just weren't interesting to me. But I'm not really a roguelike person, so it's probably that why. Hell Is Us, we're getting to it. We're getting to the good stuff. Hell Is Us. This was this small game, Let Them Trade, which I enjoyed, but it was quite short, like very short actually. I would have loved to have this thing become deeper and more interesting. It was a very nice thing. If it was like the developers' like first game or something like that, gotta give them prompts. Prompts? Props. I can't even speak. Not prompts, they're not AI. Maybe they are, who knows. But this was actually quite nice. The RPG, oh, this was disappointing as hell, I remember. The Revenge of the Savage Planet. Apparently it's his second game. I knew that only after I played this. But it was the second game. It was fine. It wasn't too crazy, but it was interesting. Endless Legend. Yeah, this thing was like a Civ game. But it was only the demo. I didn't want to get too deep into it, so I kind of just gave up after a bit. Hell Is Us is still I think I can say it for certain because that's the 21st of the year. That's probably going to be the last video this year. I'm probably going to upload this video at the last day of the year. So yeah, I can definitely say that Hell is Us is my game of the year. I didn't play Expedition 33. I don't know, I just didn't get to it. Probably because it was too expensive. I don't remember the prices, but I really didn't get into it. I don't know. I saw everything around it, but never really lured me in. Hell is Us really called me. I did the whole thing why I think it's gonna be my game of the year, and it was Baby Steps. I remember this thing. I tried to refund it, but Steam wouldn't do it. They wouldn't refund this because I actually gave it a try, and it was like, I think I played like 2 hours and like 30 minutes, something like that. And once you go over 2 hours in Steam, you just can't refund anymore. So I kind of got stuck with the game. So I said, I'm not going to quit, and actually finish the game. It was kind of crap. A whole bunch of demos. Are we there yet? I don't think I actually uploaded any of my Are We There Yet videos. I'm pretty sure I accidentally deleted it. I played with my friend, and we had a ton of fun actually. But I forgot to upload it. Whatever. Laundering Simulator. I think they added an update to this game where now you have more things to do at the end, because I finished the game pretty quickly, especially on the criminal side. There was really not a lot to do. Like, most of it was useless to even try. Whiskerwood, early access, but from what I saw, I really enjoyed it. It was a very interesting city builder. I guess it still is. I just don't play it because I'm waiting for like serious updates. And finally, Pragmata and Where Winds Meet. Pragmata is probably my favorite dad simulator. I don't know if you follow me for a while, you kind of notice there's this thing. I don't think it's just me. I think it's dudes in general. Once you get to a certain age, like, you want to take care of things. It's just like in your nature. But I'm too lazy to actually do this in real life. So doing something that you can just pause and give up on and then come back to when you really feel like it is, I think, the most desirable thing. So you don't want to do this to a real child, like give up on the midway through, right? So I think it's better to do this in-game. So I think this is one of the games that I'm exploring this thing in. I guess it's the same thing why I picked the other AI game. It's the same reason, like the daughter thing, to try to take care of it. But I think I gave up because it was too creepy, because they tried to portray the child more like sexually than I wanted to, and it was more than I wanted to. I mean, the zero, you know what I mean? Fucking weird. And Where Winds Meet, which I already talked about. Yeah, I guess now we can move on to the more scripted part of this video, which is gonna be my top 5 games this year and why I like them. So let's move on to that. Alright, so the more scripted section. I'm saying scripted, but it's not like I'm reading from a script. It's kind of, I have bullet points and I'm just gonna spit at you what I think. So, unlike other lists, I'm gonna start from number 1, which is gonna be Hell is Us. Hell is Us is my game of the year. It's the game that I just love so much. I constantly think about this. I constantly compare it to other games when it comes to story, when it comes to things like that. Gameplay, I don't know. I mean, it's fine, but I don't really care about that one. I'm more here for the story. I'm more here about the lore. It was so interesting to me and was so good that I just couldn't pass it up. So if you don't know, Hell is Us is a very dark, serious game that shows you what happened in 1993, like Yugoslavia, all these things. It starts kind of with the fall of, I think his name was Tito, if I remember correctly. That's the real name of the guy in real life. In the game, I think it's called Yankel. I think like Yankel, something like that. Jacob something, I don't exactly remember what the name is, but basically a dictator dies, a country just becomes crazy, everybody starts killing each other, there's hate between groups. It's like real history, it's not like made up crap. And then on top of that, they added some gameplay section so you can just witness history happening while you're fighting crazy demons. I believe the demons is just there as a way for the devs to show that people were like real demons, but it's much easier to accept as a human that it's a creature, it's a mythological creature, rather than saying, yeah, that's a human, but he's doing horrible things. It's easier to say that's a demon, so demons, that's what they do. So that's why that's what I think about the game. My game of the year, no doubt about that. The rest of the list was kind of hard to do because there's a couple of them. There's not a ton. I didn't play a ton of good games this year. I played a bunch of okay games, and I think what I'm gonna do is number 2, I'm gonna actually be placing Where Winds Meet. Now listen to me. I know I did have a very bad experience with the game. and I still think that some of the game parts are like very bad, but the gameplay is kind of fun. I would just wish I wouldn't have any connection problems, like parrying, dodging, jumping, combining martial abilities, all the niche stuff that you can like find some random note somewhere that's gonna give you like martial art or something, and the multiplayer aspect, which I barely touched on in my video because I kind of didn't touch it too much, but there's the whole like, people role-playing in the bath thing. There's a lot of things people are doing, and there's the entire thing about the AI possibilities and future things and talking to NPCs, and this aspect of the game that turns to be like it makes manhwas real, like this story that some random main character is like regressing back in time and he's the main character of the story, and like he's talking to the in-game NPCs, and people are, how is this real that people are talking like to NPCs and it's real? So I think this is where it's going. I'll expand on this on my future video about this, but I just wanted to mention that yes, World Meets Meat is going to be my second game. Now from a third game, this one is not something that's new. It's something that these games existed for a while. It's Revenge of the Savage Planet. Revenge of the Savage Planet is a classic RPG. It's kind of similar like Ratchet and Clank, where you upgrade gadgets as you play, and you unravel a very basic story where the good guys win at the end. It's nothing like new, but it feels like you're eating the same thing that was made to you as a child. So it's not like something new, but it's something good. It's like a good meal you had as a child, so it kind of reminds you of the good times. So this is the kind of game. Nothing new, but it's very fun because it's all things that you played and nothing is like overly complicated or overly stupid about this. There's one thing that I always love to mention about this game because it's kind of funny. The entire story is about anti-corporation, like corporation is bad, money, 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 money. And the studio who made this kind of took money from Tencent, so it's kind of hypocritical for them to say, and I know they mention it and blah blah blah, but it's still funny. Like I said this in my review, you won't take like a dietitian or somebody like a food influencer, you wouldn't take their like, oh, this is healthy to is this, you read my book about being like going on diet that is funded by McDonald's. It's like funny, who would take the message seriously, right? So I always love to mention it because it's kind of a funny irony. Number 4 is going to be Deliver at All Costs. Now this game was very strange. It was very like, I don't know how to say it, it has two plot lines, it feels like, going on at the same time. To me it felt like the game was half comedic and half serious all the time. And I feel that by doing that, I don't know if it was intentional, maybe they just kind of wrote something bad, it missed a lot of the potential of what the story could have. I think it should have gone full serious mode. There was meat there. The main character, which I forgot his name right now, the guy who does that like nuclear stuff, he was quite interesting. And there were some serious moments there where you could tell that they're trying to pass on a message, and the message was being passed. It was interesting, but then something like slapstick comedic happens and it kind of ruins the entire mood and nothing is serious anymore. I kind of wish they would go more for that. This was a very interesting game. There was a ton of plot holes. Like I did an entire like fun court video about this game, which I had a ton of fun with, like role playing a lawyer, like I'm suing the game for the horrible crimes the story did. The story was pretty like horrendous. If you like try to read it like narratively, there were so many plot holes and things that don't make sense and like character break the kind of things that they do. But overall, it was a very fun game. And finally, this one is just gonna show my face, I guess. It's RV Variants, because I didn't remember that I accidentally deleted everything I recorded. I recorded with my friend, we completed the game. I even tried to do like a speedrun thing, but accidentally, I don't remember when even I did that. I guess because I don't have a lot of space, I'm clearing like every time I finish like a series, like a game, I clear everything within it. And I guess RV Variant was kind of sprinkled in there somehow, so I deleted everything related to it. So you didn't get to see anything, but trust me, this game was a ton of fun. It's kind of fun to like, I didn't drive manual in a while. Like I drive automatic like every day, my car is automatic, but I did like my driving test on a manual. Everybody do, most people do in Israel on automatic. And it was a ton of fun, like driving manual once again, clutch first, second, drive. It was a ton of fun. And then you do all of this while you're talking with your friends and you're like jacking to places and lifting your RV to places. It was a ton of fun to do that together. I'm kind of sad that you didn't get to see that, but trust me, I enjoyed it. Now for some honorable mentions, I want to talk about one game that didn't come out this year. It's still in early access. That's Whiskerwood. Whiskerwood is not completed and it lacks a lot of quality of life, but the devs are actually listening to the community. They're releasing updates that people want, things that people want, and I think this is the best thing. Now I'm slightly bit worried they're gonna listen too much to the player base, and then because they listen to so many voices, the game's gonna get swallowed up. But I'm gonna trust them. I'm gonna give them their own like light to shine, and I'm gonna check the game in a while once it's got like more serious updates, and I come back and I might do like another thing, or maybe I'll continue my previous save file. Who knows? There's some interesting stuff about this game, so I thought it was worth a mention. And my second honorable mention is gonna be Foundation. This game came out this year for 1.0, but it didn't come out, like early access was I think a year or two ago. So I don't think it like qualifies to be on the official list, I guess, so we put it in honorable mentions. But this game is probably my most favorite city builder. I think that even up to this day, maybe Whiskerwood is like coming below it, and we'll see on 1.0, but currently Foundation is my go-to city builder. It's my go-to compare things to this game. I think it definitely has its own problems. There was like once you get like big enough, you have problems transporting resources, like splitting things becomes very annoying, and people don't really listen to you, and it becomes like a lot of exponentially harder. But the game is just so much fun, and you can spend so many hours in, and I think that's a very good measure of an interesting game, when you could just spend like, I don't know, like 400 hours and you don't even notice that you spent those 400 hours. And this is what Foundation is to me. Overall, 2025, another great gaming year. There's a ton of things to play. I didn't play most of the like mainstream games, mostly because it's very expensive to play all the like AAA crap that comes out, and it's not interesting. I'd rather play the smaller stuff that are actually still interesting. I did sneak in some AAA in there, ones that were actually interesting and fun to play, maybe some AA's, but a lot of the indies. I think this was a year of indies, and I think it's gonna follow up to the next year. There's gonna be another year of indies, and the year after that is gonna be probably more AAA's, because the studios are learning and they're actually evolving, because they are huge studios for a reason. They make money because they know how to make money, so they will go back to the right path. We can keep talking shit about them, but they are smart and they are rich for a reason. So with that being said, this is gonna be the end for my review. 2025 was an interesting year overall. Let's hope that 2026 is gonna be an even better one. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, thank you. If you didn't, let me know why. So can you improve. I keep Stefan. See you in the next one.